Hey YouTube, it's Bear with the Gimpy Camper, and we're here with the Gimpy Camper Kid.
Hi.
And so we have a challenge for her today to see about this Andersen hitch. See if it's so easy an 11-year-old girl can do it. Look at these muscles. Look at these muscles. Alright, let's get to it. Now she's never did this before, so I'm going to walk her through it. And we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to touch the hitch at all. We're going to have her do all the work. And we're going to start by getting it out of the truck so she has to load it herself. Alright, so here we go. So some of this stuff speeded up, so I decided to add some voiceover because the audio is pretty bad there. You know, she doesn't have a hard time lifting the hitch in the back of the truck. It's just more that it's awkward and my truck's a little too high for her to reach up into. So after she gets it up in the bed, I instruct her the next thing that we have to do is put the plate down for the safety chains over the gooseneck ball, and then we have to drag the hitch over the ball. Right now she's just trying to figure out how to pull the cotter pin out of that bottom pin because she's never did that before. And I think she was a little confused on when I told her to pick it up and set it over the top of the ball, but eventually we got things worked out and she figured it out. There we go. Now after we get that on there, the next thing that we have to do is to insert that bottom pin. This confused her a little bit. Sometimes you got to play with that top bolt and loosen it up a little bit so the holes line up good. But when you put the cotter pin in, she said that was the hardest part for her just because she's never put a cotter pin in anything in her entire life. Now I have the torque wrench set at 60 pounds already. Again, she's messed around with the ratchet, but she's never really tightened anything down. So it was kind of interesting seeing how much energy it took her to get it to 60 foot-pounds. Then after we got done with that, then it's time to tighten those two back bolts up to 60 foot-pounds. These she had a little bit easier time just because she'd already figured out how to use the torque wrench. Just remember, you got to go back and you got to tighten that top bolt back to 60 pounds once the trailer's loaded. Alright YouTube, we have come out victorious! We did it! So, I want to ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
What was the hardest part of that?
Like getting the pin on.
You gotta say it louder.
Getting the pin on.
So putting the cotter pin on, the one that's curved. Okay. Was it hard to lift up in the truck?
Not that much.
Not that bad. And what about tightening that top bolt? Was that hard?
Not really.
Yeah, once you got the hang of it, it wasn't too bad, was it? Alright. So, would you say this is easy to put in?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, there you go. The opinions of the 11-year-old scrawny muscle girl.
Do not forget to hit that subscribe button.